Hello students, my name is Arun and in this PowerPoint presentation we will be discussing about French wines. We will discuss about the principal wine regions, grape varieties used, brand names and wine laws. Introduction. Wine is the major industry in France. There are over 4 million acres of land producing both red and white table wines, sparkling wines, and some aperitifs. Classification on the basis of region. So the divisions on the basis of regions are done on the basis of country, region, district, sub-district, commune or village, and the chateau. Let's take an example. For Chateau Latour, it would be France, Bordeaux, Medoc, Haute Medoc, Pauillac, and then Chateau Latour. Principal wine regions of France are Bordeaux, Burgundy, Alsace, Loire, Rhône, Jura and Savoy, Languedoc and Roussillon, and Champagne. Bordeaux. It is an important French port on the Garonne River. It is largest wine producing region with over 4,000 vineyards and it covers around 320,000 acres of land and produces about 8 million gallons of both red and white wines annually. Grapes. For red wines, Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, Chardonnay, Malbec, Cabernet Franc are used, and for the white wines, Sauvignon Blanc, Muscadet, and Semillon. The wines of this region are controlled by a body called AOC, which is Appellation d'Origine Contrôlée. The different regions of Bordeaux are Medoc, Basse-Medoc, Graves, and Sauternes. Some well-known wines from this region are Calvé Sauvignon Blanc and Calvé Claret. Burgundy. Burgundy is one of the most fascinating wine growing regions in the world with about 93,898 acres of AOC wines. Two grape stocks are used, Pinot Noir for red wine and Chardonnay for white wine. Burgundy wines fall into three classifications: Grand Cru, Premier Cru, and Village wines. Some well-known wines from Burgundy are Chablis, which is Chardonnay based, and Nuits Saint-Georges, which is a red wine. Beaujolais. Gamay Noir is the single grape variety used for the Beaujolais wines. Beaujolais. Basically, they are popular for a marketing idea. In the 1950s, the producer of this region had a surplus of newly fermented wine and no market for it. So they decided to promote a race to see who could reach Paris first with the wine. Restaurants in the city around the world now compete in their own locality to see who can become the first each year to obtain and offer their customers the newly imported Beaujolais. Alsace. Alsace is the most northerly wine region in France and is the biggest producer of Appellation Contrôlée white wines after Bordeaux and Champagne. The region produces rich, dry white wines. Grapes used are Pinot Noir, Pinot Blanc, Pinot Gris. The appellation system. The appellation system followed is based on this region. Alsace, or when the Alsace, is usually and traditionally followed on the label by the grape variety, which is 100% used, and producer's name. Sometimes the name of the communes followed by the locality are also added. Riesling, which is the name of the grape, Domaine in Hamburg, is a popular wine from this region. Loire. Loire is situated northeast of Bordeaux among the famous Loire River and is considered the most beautiful wine region of France and called the Garden of France. It produces crisp, white, and golden sweet dessert wines, along with fine sparkling wines and superb rosé wines that are light, fruity, and just slightly sweet. It also produces a few reds. Most of the wines from this region are sold under the district or village appellations. Côte du Rhône. Côte du Rhône is the Rhône River Valley located southeast of Paris. The best of its wines from the southern part of the valley near the ancient walled city of Evian. The wines are generally rich and hearty, with a lighter alcohol content than that of most French wines. 90% of these wines are red, and the rest are whites and rosé. The red grapes used are Syrah, Grenache Noir, and Cinsault, and the white grapes are Viognier, Claret, and Picpoul. The wines are given the general appellation Côte d'Iron. If the wine is labeled Côte d'Iron Village, then it will generally be of a higher quality than the general appellation. One of the best Côte d'Iron wines is Chateau Neuf du Pape, made from a blend of 6 to 13 different varieties of grapes. It is made in both a red and white variety, although it is best known for its red. Jura and Savoy. The Jura region lies to the east of Burgundy and has a fairly low production. Grapes used in Jura are Bolsade, Trousseau, Pinot Noir. For white wines, Sauvignon, Chardonnay, and Pinot Noir. There are five regional AOCs. Vindy Palais is one of the popular wines here. This dessert wine gets its name from the fact that the grapes are laid out on straws to dry and partially shrink before pressing. The Languedoc and Roussillon region. This is the largest wine producing region of France. It is sometimes called as the belly of France because it makes huge amounts of inexpensive table wines which the French normally consume in great quantities. The region has 97 Vins and 20 VDQS wines. The grapes used are for white wines Claret, Picpoul, Mauzac, and Uni Blanc, and for red Grenache, Cragna, and Syrah. Example of some of the famous wines from this region are Blanc de Limoux and Côte de Roussillon, which is a red wine. Champagne. The word champagne is synonymous with happiness, gaiety, laughter, and for it is the joyous wine of the festive seasons. Champagne, with its three champagne towns of A, Reims, and Epernay, all sparkling wines produced from this region are called champagnes. Champagne is made from only white wine and only three varieties of grapes are used: Pinot Noir, Pinot Meunier, and let's talk about the wine laws. So, why are the French wines greater than the rest? It is their quality control. It is their quality control. The French wine industry established tightly drawn regulations as a concept to protect their reputation as the premium winemakers. They instituted the appellation control system, the first of its kind in the world. The wine grapes of France and Italy were taken to different parts of the world and replanted to compete with the French wines and to fill the demand of their own local populace. For years, the French wines have held on their own because the new countries did not have such a strict control system. So let's look at some of the control systems followed in France. Windy table. This is ordinarily table wine in the cheapest price range. It is not recognized under the quality control standards. Windy VDQS, which is Vin de Limit de Quality Superior, the quality wine just below appellation control standards, area of production, grape varieties, minimum alcohol content, cultivation, and vinification methods are specified. Appellation d'origine contrôlée, AC or AOC. Quality wine from approved areas, grape varieties and proportions, pruning and cultivation methods, maximum yield per hectare, vinification, and minimum alcohol content are specified. Thank you.